What up? Just want to jump in real quick. I had to cut this video into two parts because it was almost 30 minutes before. So I cut it into two separate videos. So it's probably just going to come to an abrupt end at the end of part one. But don't worry, just continue on to part two, which will be linked right afterwards in an annotation or in the description below. Thank you. What up? My name is Brad. Welcome back to Dragon Ball Legends. Today I got a heck of a video for you. So this is going to be everything that you need to know in Dragon Ball Legends. We're going to be going through a couple different things such as Soul Boost, Adventure, Equipment, PvP, and then we'll go through a little bit of extra stuff as well. That's just going to help you on your overall journey of Dragon Ball Legends. Alright, but I got one request. If you learn something, doesn't matter what it is, if it helps you play the game better, then I want you to leave me a subscription down below. And if you enjoy Legends, obviously leave me a subscription either way. But also like the video. It's greatly appreciated. It helps me out a ton. Obviously you don't have to, but I would love if you did if you actually do learn something. Anyways, let's get into this. Okay, so starting with the Soul Boost tree. What the Soul Boost tree is, just to give you a really quick synopsis of it, because I can get all the way to the third one on I can get all the way to the third one on Vegeta, Pikkon, and Goku, but I've done the most on Vegeta, as you can tell, with 100% on the first one. Basically, it's just a hidden potential system for Legends, but in my opinion, it's 10 times better. 1, you get really good boost to all of your stats. 2, you don't have to get dupes of your character to get further and further, you just gotta level up. That's fantastic. Takes a lot of money, I'm gonna warn you now. When you start getting to like the third one, boom, you know, we need 21,000, or no, 58,000? Yeah, we need $21,000 for some of these, right? Start going all the way through them, and it's like $162,000 for some of these, on top of, look at the 13 items, 24 items, and 8. So make sure if you're investing in a character, it's a character you're going to use for a very long time. That's why I chose my Vegeta to be the one that I really invest in. Pikkon has a good amount, Goku has a good amount as well. They're going to get there. All sparking characters are probably worth it to an extent. Obviously, you want to team build and base it around that. One of the key things you want to know about the Soul Boost tree is, say I was going to unlock this one. I'm not, obviously, but say this is the one I want to unlock. When you click the how to get, it tells you exactly what chapters you can do to get these, okay? So say you wanted to go to the Raditz Attacks one, or, you know, if it said something different at the time you're playing it, but for the time being, you can check it, and it tells you what rewards you're going to get, okay? So you're going to get blue, blue, or purple and purple. The 1-star, 2-star, 1-star, 2-star. Cool? So nice and simple. Always pick a mission that has less options for winning, that has the one you want. So say I want purple star 2. If there was a mission in the game where you could get that on just fighting one guy and he's only purple, then you only have a chance of the purple ones, 10 times better. This, I think, is close to the best you can get, having 4 options instead of having like 10 options. Like some of the fights where you fight 3 people of 3 different types, you might have up to a 10 options of winning things. With this is going to kind of narrow it down a little bit. You have a better chance. On top of that, you can sell these things for better. That's a later part in the topic, though. These equipments right here, you can sell this for a lot of money. So that's later on in the video, though. But that's the main thing with that. How to get the money for it? Well, obviously, again, come up in the equipment one. Basically, it's just selling equipment. That's the main way that you get a lot of money for doing this kind of stuff, because it's tough, man. It costs a lot of money. Okay, and so classing your character up, right? So whenever you go to class your character up, like right here, this is one of the harder ones in my opinion, because I needed a lot of items to do this one. Actually, it doesn't even tell you what you need. So when you go to the PvP, I'll show you real quick what items you would have needed. So you go to the exchange shop. It's the easiest way for me to show you instead of going into something else. So go down here. You need Super Souls. Those are the main things you need. I would highly recommend you don't buy these until you need them for a specific character you're going to upgrade, because you only get them, like these guys, you only get them once. You can get them on some drop missions, but take it from me, it's a lot of work on some missions to get them to drop. Like, it's insane. Like, I was going for Pikkon Super Soul 2, and I must have cleared the mission that gives Super Soul 2 40, 50 times. Like, I refilled my stamina to the point where it's cost me 50 Chrono Crystals. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So take it from me, save these for a time whenever you really, really just can't get it to drop, and you want to level that character up so he can get to, like, level 1,000 and so on and so forth. That's the main thing with the Soul Boost. As you unlock further and further, you unlock them to go further and further in their level up system. So when you get past the novice one, you can get past level 300, you max out at level 600. When you get past the fighter one, you max out at level 600, you get past that, you max out at level 1000, getting into the adept. And that's where it kind of gets hard, but it also kind of gets easier, so to speak. So In this one, you need a whole lot of 2s and 1s and stuff like that, and that's kind of difficult. In this one, you just need 2s and 3s. And from what I've noticed so far, obviously I don't have any right now, but 3s aren't too terrible to get. Let me see. Like, so Rising Soul 3, I had pretty good luck with it. I know it, see, like right here, you have a lot of purple. So if you're working on a purple character, look for a mission like this that you can just clear over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, so when you're going, like when I'm going to level up Krillin, this is like the perfect mission to do for a character. It'd be nice to take notes down of what works for what unit. You know, like, oh, this is great for a purple one. This is great for a green one. I always want to say tech because of Dokkan. But so on and so forth. That's the general gist of the Soul Boost tree. Obviously, it boosts all your stats up. When you go and look at your actual character, I'm not sure when this took place, but somebody was showing me on Facebook, in your arts, you actually gain a level up on your strike, your blast, your Gallic gun, whatever your special attack is, and your main ability as well. You actually like gain boost on that as you go through the Soul Boost tree. So I'd have to do a little more research as to where that pops up and what really the benefit to it is. I don't know if it lowers your cost, if it just does more damage. That I'm not 100% about, but it does level those up as you go through it. It also might just be leveling up. Now that I think about it, it might just be that. But Vegeta's already level 800, so if it was leveling up, I'd be further up in those. Either way, the Soul Boost tree is amazing. Definitely recommend working on it, but again, be very careful. Use it only on units that you know you're going to keep for a while, because it takes a lot of work to get to where you're going. Like, this is like my 3 characters having as far there in the Soul Boost, those are the only 3 characters I've worked on. That's why they're so far in it. So pick a character you really like, and then go from there. Okay, so next up is going to be adventures. And honestly, it may not seem like it at the very beginning of the game. Adventures are some of the most important and clutch things you can possibly do. 1, you get a pretty good amount of money from claiming them. 2, you're going to get a good amount of training items as well. Make sure you're always doing adventures. Don't follow my lead. Make sure you're always doing these adventures. The best thing to look at is the details. So if you look at here, it says best element, purple and red, right? You have a chance for this red, you have a chance for training items, which is fantastic. This best element, though, try and pick one of those 2 units. That's the best way to go about it. So I want to pick a red one, or a purple one, obviously. You can pick a purple too, but I normally just pick whichever one. I remember whenever I go out of the screen, I'm like, okay. So this one is also purple and red, so I'm probably just going to pick another red unit, because you have a high chance of getting huge or great success, which, again, not super duper amazing, but you're going to get 3 or 4 more items, and if you're doing that every single half an hour, it really builds up fast. I'll probably pop a picture up real fast that just shows you what you can get if you get huge or great success, and it's just very, very helpful. So when you're going for other adventures, what you're going to do, what I normally do, is if you're playing a different game or you're doing something else IRL in real life, then you want to go to, I normally do casual match, just to get into a match real quick. Hopefully it's real quick. The PvP has been seeming really bad. Cool, we got Caleb. What up, Caleb? So I just bring my really, really weak guy, and I just let him kill me really quick. That's the best way I've been doing it. Normally I fight a computer, and these last couple days I have been fighting a computer in casual, but normally it'd just be a computer that kills me, and I don't feel so bad. But when it's actually Caleb, I feel a little bad about it. Because it's like, then I'm just kind of wasting his time. But this is what I do only if I'm like, so if I'm playing like Duel Links or something, you know what I mean, or I'm playing Overwatch or something like that, then I'll just click into a PvP match, I'll let them murder me real quick. Caleb, why do people do this? I'm trying to make a video, homie. Thank you. Alright, so Caleb killed me. So basically, whenever you die like that, thank you, Caleb. Good job, man. He just sat there and stared at me. So then you get these 2 adventures right here. And that can be kind of nice. You can always check and see. When you win in PvP, I believe over battle rank 30, don't quote me on that, you do get one of these guys that's highlighted in blue. Make sure you do that one first, because it only has like a 2-hour limit. So try and set in your adventures, try to set it to go by expiration date, so then you get the ones that expire like closest. So when you go to your job list and you set it to expiration date, and that will just bring up the ones that are going to expire first, because those give you more money and stuff like that. You'll be able to tell which ones they are. It's pretty easy to tell on that. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do that. So when you win in PvP or casual, you'll get 3 adventures. When you lose, you get 2. Again, don't quote me on that. Some kid on my YouTube page was saying that he was only getting 1 every single time. So I'm not 100%. That's what my thing is. So I imagine that's the standard would be you get 2 when you lose, you get 3 when you win. But if you only get one, let me know. I just want to know. Anyways, let's move on to the next section. Okay, so when looking at equipment and upgrading equipment, there's a couple different things. This will be one of the faster ones and also one of the more important ones. So when you look at your equipment, one, every single equipment has a different statistic. So 5.35, you go 5.05, so on and so forth. Every one of them is different. 8.05. Some of them are drastically different. Like you go to a couple ones that I save, 8.1, they go to 7.05, well, I already upgraded that one. And so on and so forth. 9.0, 5.55. Once you upgrade, you get those additional slots on it. The reason equipment is so important is, say I was just going to sell all these, right? I was like, I don't really want these, which I don't really want them because I have plenty of them, so I don't need them. You can sell 20 at a time. That's $200,000. For each of the Raditz and for the Piccolo, you get $10,000 a pop. Which, doesn't seem nuts, but say you clear through that event 10 times and you get an equipment every single time. Boom. You just made $100,000. You know what I mean? That's great for the Soul Boost system. The Goku's only worth 4K, but it's 2K, not even 4K. But it's better than nothing. Again, make sure you're keeping the best ones though. So don't do what I just did right there. I'm not too worried about it. I have plenty of them saved. Make sure as you're going through, you're keeping the ones that are the best that you want to upgrade. So check the stat. You're like 8.65. Some of them are going to be crazy. I don't really want to click through each one of these individually. Yeah, like right there. 11.15 compared to some of those green ones that were popping up that are like 7.05. That's a really big difference, 4%. So make sure you're keeping an eye on that. It's a lot more important than you might think it is. When you go to upgrade equipment, so if I want to equipment upgrade, it's really, really self-explanatory. Again, pick the best one that you have. So do this a whole bunch. Fill up your 200 if you want to. Fill up your 200 over like a 1 or 2 day period, and then go through and really pick the best one. When you want to upgrade, it's pretty easy. It just takes some of your soul boost, and it takes some of your money. So be a little bit careful. Don't just upgrade every single thing. Like I upgraded a bunch strictly to get the Z mission tickets, but I wouldn't recommend just going through and upgrading everything because you're not going to need that many. You're only using 3 characters at any time. So if you're really, the worst case scenario, you swap between things, you swap between equipment on different characters, so on and so forth. So always keep in mind, this is a thing that I didn't even know. This is just a little bonus extra thing for you. So when you're changing equips, say I'm on this one right here, right? I have my guys with the equips that I want them to have. Oh, I need to put equipments on them too. I have my guys with the equipments I want them to have. When you use a different team, they don't have those equipments. I didn't know that for the longest time because I was swapping over to different parties to train with different characters. Well, turns out I kept thinking, I'm getting shafted, dude. Like, what the heck's going on here? Because it actually is a big difference. Like, you look at, like, Vegeta's right here. This is the best one I have at 8.7, 6.6, and 2.95. Which may not seem nuts, but it's pretty solid for what it is. That's a pretty base strike defense, taking less, almost 9%. That's a good amount of damage. So, keep that in mind. Equipment is very important. It doesn't seem like it is at the very beginning of the game. Most of this stuff seems very mobile game-ish, where it's like, oh yeah, no, that's just a feature, and then it's actually a huge part of the game. Just keep it in mind. If you have any questions at all, leave them down below. And again, check the timestamps if you wanted to jump to a different part or rewatch that part, so on and so forth.